Hey guys, welcome back to the Happy Trinity meditation. This is part 5. We're going through my book, The Happy Trinity. And this week we're going to be covering chapter 4, which is the dance of the Trinity. And I want to take you to Luke chapter 15, verses 25. And Jesus put in this little sentence in the middle of this famous parable, the parable of the prodigal son. You know, the prodigal son, he comes home. But there's this little verse in verse 25. It says that when the older brother was coming home and he was outside the party, that he heard music and dancing. And I love that Jesus put that in there because it shows us what kind of party the father was having for his son that had returned. It was a party with music and dancing. And I just think this is so amazing. So my question to you today is, are you dancing? Does your life feel like a dance in the Father's party? Because I want to invite you and tell you that your life can be that way. The only way to miss out on this dance and on this party that's already happening, that the Father is already throwing in your honor, is to be like the older brother who is being prideful and standing outside of the party. And do you know what the Father tells him in Luke 15, verse 31? He says, "Son, I am with you always, and all that is mine is yours." The older brother was totally deceived. He thought that he didn't have everything. He thought that the Father was holding out on him. He didn't realize that the Father loved him in the same way, that everything that the Father had was already his, and that the Father was always with him. And how many believers, unbelievers, how many people around the world are living life like the Father is holding out on them? How many people are living life not knowing that the Father is always with them, and that everything that the Father has belongs to you and belongs to everyone, and God is not holding anything back? And this is a theme that's repeated throughout the New Testament. In 1 Corinthians chapter 3, Paul says that all things have been given to you. Jesus isn't holding anything back. We have the fullness of God. Ephesians 1:3 that says we've been given every spiritual blessing from the Father. And this theme is central to the new covenant, that through the work of Christ, we've already been given everything. And that is what causes the music and the dancing. This is where we get our joy from, knowing that the Father is throwing us a party where he gives us everything and he's with us always. And so don't be like the older brother who is prideful and is standing outside the party thinking that the Father is holding back on him. No, that is just simply not true. The Father is with you always, and everything that he has belongs to you. So you can live a life of dancing and music in the Father's party that he's throwing for you. And one last thing. Remember in Luke chapter 10 when all the disciples that had gone out 2 by 2, they came back and they were rejoicing, right? They were rejoicing. Jesus, the demons submit to your name. We healed people of sickness and illness. And Jesus says, don't rejoice in this. Rejoice that your name is written in heaven. And I just want to point out that when it comes to this joy that we have, when it comes to this dance that we get to participate in, it is always about the fact that the Father knows our name, that we are loved by God, that we are chosen by God, and that nothing can take that away from us. And so it's not about ministry. It's not about all the things that you've done, whether successes or failures. It's not even about you living out your dreams. I know people just get so caught up on I want to fulfill my destiny. I want to fulfill the dreams that are on my heart. And yeah, that's great and everything, but ultimately your true source of joy and your true source of dancing is not in you fulfilling your dreams and fulfilling your destiny. It's in the fact that the Father knows your name. Your name is written in heaven, and that he throws a party for you. And that party is everlasting. The party doesn't stop. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. Party in the Lord always. Again, I say party.